You know what it's like when you're browsing along and this comes up. This is something we've been dealing with ever since, the original iPhone. Now, look, I'm still browsing along. The incoming call comes in.
Bro, you're joking me. That's been a problem since the first iPhone. The first iPhone came out in 2007. How have you guys not fixed that? What the heck? What's up guys, it's your boy Penny Skinus, and I was thinking about making this video a while ago when iOS 14 came out because it was complete garbage. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, this is so great, they're coming out with such amazing features. And I'm just over here like, bro, we've had some of these since like Android 1.0. And I'm not gonna hate on you if you have an iPhone, okay? If you have an iPhone, good for you. Please don't dislike my video. I just can't stand when people with iPhones get in my face about how much better their iPhone is than any other phone. It is unbelievably annoying. I cannot even begin to explain to you how annoying it is. Again, don't get me wrong, there are like 5 things I like about iPhones that I will go over first, and then after that I'm just gonna annihilate it. So first off, iMessage, very useful. Wi-Fi sending messages, good stuff. Next up, screen recording. Built-in screen recording, really nice, really cool. The CPUs are pretty good. They got some pretty chonky CPUs. And then you got iCloud. iCloud is pretty nice, you got a single cloud storage that keeps all your messages and photos and apps and everything on it, Easy way to get your nudes leaked if you're a celebrity. Honestly, I think that's about it. I can't really think of anything else I like about iPhones besides those few things. Y'all think there's something else I'd like about it? Leave it in the comments. I will let you know, because honestly off the top of my head I can't really think of anything right now. Alright boys, now we can get on to iOS 14. Alright, this just came out. It's about a month ago now, Alright, I got a couple things to say about this update, but first I'm gonna get in here real close. This update is freaking stupid. And to demonstrate this, I will be using 9 to 5 Max Top 10 Updates feature video.
This is something we've been dealing with ever since, the original iPhone. Now, look, I'm still browsing along. The incoming call comes in. I can acknowledge it. I can take action. I can answer it. I can dismiss it if I want to do that.
So this one kind of gets me the most because it's not even something I thought about. I've had iPhones before, but I've never thought about the fact that you've never had a banner notification for a call. It's always just taken over your screen. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Y'all remember that Mr. Beast challenge app where all you had to do was keep your finger on the screen until you're the last person and you got a bunch of money? You're almost there. There are 30 people left. But then Grammy decides to call you to ask how you doing if you eaten enough. Wants to know if you like the sweater she gave you. Little did she know, she just lost you $25,000. All because iPhones are stupid and they've never had the feature before. For some of these features, I've actually gone back and looked at the different Android versions to see when they were added. I didn't actually research this one because I did not even think about this being a thing because it's just there. I didn't think about it never being there. It's been there for quite a while, right? So I don't know when Android got it, but they've had it forever.
Now, another much wanted feature over the years in iOS is the ability to change the default browser.
So this one is another simple but stupid one. It's another thing you don't even think about if you're on an Android, because whenever you click on a link, it asks, hey, what do you want your default browser to be? I didn't even know you couldn't choose a default browser. Just imagine if they did that on Windows and you're forced to use Internet Explorer. It'd be stupid.
My next big favorite feature in iOS 14 is picture-in-picture support. Of course, we've had this on the iPad for a while, but it is so nice. I can go ahead and browse along or do whatever I want to do, use whatever apps, and still enjoy the video at the same time.
Alright, so this is like newer technology in general. This hasn't been around for very long, but Apple is still behind on it. Android 8.0 got this back in 2016, so that means Apple's like 3 years behind, but that's not actually that bad compared to some of these other ones. Personally, I love picture-in-picture. It's very useful. I DoorDash all the time, which means I use it to like have YouTube on while I have my GPS open and stuff. It's a very useful feature. I love that it's a thing in general. So good for you, iPhone, you have it now.
The ability to enable approximate locations instead of having a precise location. Once it requests your location, you can tap the precise button to turn that off, and that protects your privacy by not pinpointing exactly where you are. It just gives a general location in the area.
So this actually isn't a bad feature at all. Like, I have literally nothing wrong with this feature. It's pretty good. It's pretty great. Having precise locations can be an issue for some people. It's a good way to protect your privacy, you know, having an approximate location instead. So I give this one a thumbs up. It's a pretty good update. And as far as I know, my phone doesn't have anything like this where I can choose approximate locations. Personally, I don't need that, but it does not offer that. So that's a 1-up right there. I'm not going to go over this one. It's not going to get its own little thing, but there's also a new feature that allows it. So it notifies you whenever anything uses your paste bin, which means if something like if you paste something in an app, or if the app is looking into your paste bin for some reason, like TikTok was doing randomly for no reason. So this one's a bit longer. This is where a lot of focus has been put, is the home screen changes. So one of the changes is that you can hide different areas of the home screen. They also added a app library, which has all your apps in it. Now people are getting excited about this feature, but I think it's freaking stupid because they're still going halfway with the whole home screen customization. So for the longest time, your home screen has been your app library. You're not able to move anything around besides, you know, in blocks. Those blocks are the home screen pages, so you can put stuff on different pages. You can put them in folders, but you can only put them on pages in folders from left to right, top to bottom. So you cannot actually move them wherever you want on the screen. You can't like make a penis out of apps. Now, because you can't put them wherever the heck you want, what is the point of having an app library? That's stupid. Anytime I've picked up an iPhone, I've taken my mom's, I've taken Madam Cahoots. Whenever I want to find an app, I just search for it because freaking I'm not searching through their folders, okay? On Androids, you have your home screen, which you can customize however you want, put apps wherever you want in whatever order, and then you also have the app gallery or whatever the frick, the app library, whatever you want to call it. See, it's got all the apps, alphabetical order, or you can search for them. You see that app right there? That's Balloon Tap. I made this from my own 2 hands. It's a balloon and you click on it.
Or you can also swipe down like this and see all of your apps. Yes, indeed, all the apps you have installed on your phone in alphabetical order. So you can easily identify and locate the app that you're looking for.
Yeah, no, this one just looks straight up stupid. I mean, like, you got one vertical line with all your apps on it. How is that useful at all? Like, it's basically useless. At that point, you're just gonna just type in the name and search for it because I don't see this being useful at all.
App clips are lightweight versions of apps in iOS 14 that allow for some functionality. And this is handy because, as you can see, if you really need an app right at the moment, sometimes they take a long time to download. App clips have to be 10 megabytes or less, so they more or less launch instantly. As you're going to see here, here's the app clip card. Just tap open and the Waterminder app launches instantly. Now, of course, this is just a clip or a portion of the app. You can download the full app later.
So this one's actually pretty interesting. It's kind of a game changer right here. You can use an app but not download the app. That's pretty interesting. I could see some uses for this. If a smaller business wanted to get on some reward system, they could definitely get you into it like this, so you don't need the app. When you're there, you can just use it instantly. So this one's pretty good, you know, I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty smart.
Now there's also emoji search.
So you're gonna tell me y'all have never had emoji search? You've never been able to search for the emoji you wanted? That's ridiculous. See, this is another little simple thing that I don't understand how they've gone this long without having. But for me, this isn't even a thing I think about because I don't use the default Android keyboard my phone comes with because I can choose a different keyboard. I use Kika keyboard for no other reason than I started using it a long time ago and I like it. Very little different about it. It has a search feature for emojis. I don't use emojis very often, but you know, when I do, I need to search for my bread emoji.
Just like in previous versions, if you swipe over, you get the sort of widget center area.
I actually do remember this from having an iPhone because I would use that for like the news widget that was over there, and that was about it.
But now let's talk about the really cool thing. Adding widgets to the home screen works the same way. Just tap add widget and there it goes. Notice how the app icons move out of the way as I reposition this widget location. And I can also tap and drag to the home screen or to the widget center as well, just like that.
All right, now this one, good for you, iPhone. You finally added widgets to your home screens. But guys, I gotta break it to you. Widgets have been a thing on Android phones since version 1.0. So that's a big yikes from me that it took this long for y'all to get widgets on your home screen. And again, the home screen is still a piece of garbage. It's very useless. I can't wait until the day they make it so you can move your stuff wherever and everyone loses their mind about it because it's the most innovative thing ever. But until that day, we're just gonna have to laugh at all the people who think them adding widgets is something profoundly advanced. Honestly, it's just a bunch of nothing basically. Like, everyone is saying that this update was insanely game-changing, which it was, but like, you know, we've gone from tic-tac-toe to checkers, okay? So there is a leap, but it's not that far, you know? So now we get on to talking about the new iPhone, and this is where stuff gets freaking wild, okay? Now, the iPhones have done crazy stuff in the past that people have seen as stupid, alright? One of those things was removing the aux port on their phones because, you know, that's basically made aux headphones useless. You just can't use them anymore. They don't work. Or you had to buy an adapter for aux to their little charging plug, which is called a lightning cable. Now, this cable is what's known as a proprietary power connector, which means it's only used by Apple. They 100% own the thing. Now, the lightning cable has a couple problems. One of them is that it's just slower than USB-C, but since it's also proprietary, we don't actually know the speed of it because they don't have to tell us the speed of it. But they started putting USB-C on some MacBooks and crap a couple years ago, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, they're moving to USB-C standard. This is so fantastic. But then they go and they still use the freaking lightning cable on all the iPhones. And not only that, okay, this is the stupidest slap in the face I've ever seen. So for the iPhone 12, they decide to keep using the same lightning cable, but the charging cable they give you in the box is lightning cable to USB-C. Bruh, that cable is like basically useless to most iPhone users out of the box because they don't give you a brick to plug it into, so you gotta go buy your own. And oh, guess what, those are upwards of freaking $25. So they're keeping it proprietary, but they're not even giving you what you need for the proprietary cable anymore. You gotta go buy your own from them, they're hoping. Now, I just bought me a new phone like 2 months ago. It's a Galaxy A21, so it's nothing fancy, you know. I pulled the cash out, paid it out of pocket, you know, bam, got me a phone that wasn't 5 years old. So my old phone used the Android charger, the micro USB, but all the new phones use USB-C, which is way better. But my phone did not come with a wall brick out of the box, so I didn't have anything to plug my charger into. But what makes that different from the iPhone 12 debacle? That's because I already have USB wall blocks laying around my house. I don't have to worry about needing a new one because I already have a bunch that work just fine. With the iPhone 12, they're giving you a new cable that you cannot use because you probably do not have this adapter you need for it. So the cable's useless. Now, this is obviously a cash grab, but they're trying to play it off like they care about the environment or something, and that's why they're not giving you the block. So you have to go buy your own block that goes from $20 to $50 just to be able to use the charger the phone came with. If you really cared, Apple, don't put a charger in there at all, okay? Don't even give the illusion of you giving them something useful. Just tell them to use their chargers they already have.
And I know it's a polarizing kind of topic, the whole charging situation that Apple is going with here in 2020, but it has allowed for this extremely sleek packaging. I think they say it's 70% smaller.
So from what I've read, they've actually made it smaller so they're able to ship more on one pallet. Shipping more on one pallet means they're saving money, so they're actually shipping 70% more per pallet. Now, there are plenty of ways they could have figured this out besides like literally removing stuff out of the box. You could have reorganized the box better. You could have made the power brick smaller. But the reason this just looks like a freaking cash grab is because you took out the AirPods and you took out the block it comes with and require a new block that people don't already have. But the other thing is they're pushing this wireless charging pad, this magnetic wireless charging pad for the iPhone 12. They're pushing this in their advertising, which you buy separately, another $40, and it doesn't come with a block either. Wow, would you look at that? So yeah, it's an obvious cash grab. I don't appreciate it at all. But I'm not even an iPhone user, so I don't have to worry about most of these issues. My main concern as an Android user is iPhones are now capable of plugging into my phone. So what kind of interaction does that cause? What happens when I plug my phone into an iPhone? I will be finding out soon here, okay? Someone I know is going to get an iPhone 12, and I'm going to I'm gonna smack our phones together, see what happens. And I guess the only thing that's okay about all this is that the price isn't insane. It's $700 for like a normal iPhone 12. But you can also trade in your previous iPhones to make the price cheaper, which I'm gonna guess is their way of trying to like get you to get rid of your old phones, because at this point you can literally use the argument, what's different from my old phone? Because there's no difference. It's just a little faster phone. The normal person probably wouldn't even notice the difference in speed. But hey man, I'm just here trying to tell you some reasons why you might want to reconsider, and just give you a couple of pointers if someone tries to start telling you how amazing the iPhone is and that you're a freaking poor boy for not owning one. But hey, we over here just like to vibe, alright? If you want to like have an iPhone, go for it, you know. Use that iMessage, you know, use that iCloud, use that non-existent back button, and everyone have a fantastic day.